Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy. Today I've got the Springbank 12-year-old Cask strength. This particular version is bottled at 56.5% ABV. If you've had Springbank before, or you've read a Springbank review, you've watched a Springbank review, you might see someone talk about Springbank Funk. I'll let you know what I think that is when I nose this, taste it, and give it a mark. So this is the 2017 release. It uses a combination of ex-bourbon and ex-sherry casks. Let's see how it is on the nose. Really interesting nose here. You get honey, you get floral notes. There's like some pine needles that are in there. And then you get like baked goods. Big kind of like maltiness here. Really interesting on the nose. Springbank has definitely kind of a unique kind of style. It's very different. It's very interesting, but it's great. Let's go Palate. So unique with this one. So you get kind of this like mineral, almost kind of like wet rocks kind of note to it, and then you get this like dessert. It's like creme brulee, or like what's that one, like flan or something, that like custardy kind of like sweet savory kind of dessert, like a sugary kind of caramel to this as well. Really weird. And then the finish, this is where you get those like funk notes. So it's like, it's salt, it's like brine, it's like seawater. There's like some oakiness that's in there as well. So like the brine, the salt, the oak, and the peat all kind of like mingle to give you this kind of funkiness. It's hard to explain. That's my kind of take on it. Those four things: salt, brine, peat, and oak, all kind of like mingled together, give you this kind of interesting, really kind of cool, unique kind of profile that you really only get from a few whiskeys. Springbank does it really well. Interesting whiskey, definitely one I would say more for like the intermediate kind of Scotch drinker. When you pick this up, if you're a beginner, it might kind of like confuse your palate a bit. You might not enjoy it, but I think when you've gone through and got to the point where you've tried a lot of like the entry level stuff, and you kind of go to this and you're like, whoa, this is like so kind of different and unique, and you can appreciate it more when you're kind of like an intermediate Scotch drinker versus a beginner. But if you're a beginner, pick it up, see what you think. I mean, $120 Canadian I paid for this. That's a pretty great deal. I've seen it for a lot, not a lot more, but more expensive other places in the world. Good deal on this one for 120 Canadian dollars. Cask strength stuff, I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. Score-wise for me, I'm giving this 88 out of 100. And for value, like I said, good deal at 120 Canadian dollars, bumping up another point, 89 out of 100. Great whiskey. Let me know your thoughts on the Springbank 12 Cask strength. Is it your favorite of the Springbank releases versus like the 10, the 18? Let me know what you think versus this one. I feel like this is maybe like the flagship of the standard line of Springbanks. Definitely is, in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Appreciate it as always, guys. Let me know your take also on what you think the funkiness is. What are those kind of like elements that gives this thing its funk? Is it like I think they do like 2.5 times distilled. It's kind of interesting how they do distilled on this one. Maybe that's adding to it as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Really appreciate it. Cheers.